Boy, Joanna makes the best roast turkey. Am I stuffed?
George, that was a 24-pound bird. You polished off almost 23 pounds. Joanna said I should feed it.
Oh, when does Joanna get
slices of
reunion?
In a week.
Oh, maybe I should have left some of the mashed potatoes.
Hello, Stratford Inn. I'm sorry, I can't understand you. Take it easy, ma'am. You're crying hysterically. Michael? What's wrong? All right. I'll get over there as soon as I can. And I promise I won't tell anyone you cry like a woman. Michael's at the hospital. Stephanie's in emergency.
Oh, no.
All right, George, you stay here and watch the inn and stay out of the kitchen.
Steph?
Michael, is that you?
Oh, Cuppers, you can talk.
Michael, they removed her appendix, not her tongue. How are you feeling, Steph?
That depends. How do I look?
Like a pretty little piece of post-op pastry.
I feel fine.
Boy, you really gave us quite a scare last night. Usually when you say, ew, in a restaurant, it's because they've sat us next to an unattractive couple. But when you started clutching your side and rolling on the tile, I knew it was brought on by physical pain and not the sight of that twosome sharing the same ear of corn.
Oh, gee, I must have been really out of it. All I can remember is some hysterical woman crying and screaming and running through the hospital.
She's been sedated.
You've both been here all night?
Yeah, we're waiting for you to wake up.
So you're wearing the same clothes as yesterday?
Steph, you know I always carry a change in the Turbo Z.
Oh, that's right. Dick?
I'm sorry, I forgot. I feel so dirty.
Michael, I'm bored. I'd like to go home now.
No can do, sweet cakes. You just had major surgery.
So?
Steph, I'm sure that your doctors would appreciate you're hanging around for a while so that they can make sure that the incision heals properly.
Incision? They cut me?
They had to. An appendix isn't the kind of thing that you can suck out.
You mean I'm scarred for life?
Well, yeah.
Oh, Steph, I'm sure it won't be bad. I mean, it'll be a cute scar. I mean, you had acute appendicitis.
Promise me you won't abandon me and run off with someone unscarred.
You can just doggy bag those doubts. You'll always remain my one and only muffin, albeit a sliced muffin.
I don't think you realize what a lucky young lady you are.
Well, there were complications?
Well, it's pretty unusual to give a transfusion after an appendectomy.
You put blood in me?
Fortunately, little Miss Rare Blood Type, we had some safe AB negative on hand. Your daughter is a pip.
Oh, she's not my,
Well, I'm tired of all this yucky blood and scar talk. Shouldn't my room be filled with fresh flowers and tasteful get-well gifts?
Look what the florist left on the porch.
That's quite an arrangement.
Yeah, and how? To our darling Stephanie, We miss you, we love you, we cherish you. Get well soon.
That must have set her parents back a pretty penny.
Well, it's not from the Vanderkellens. It's from all the girls at the Clinique counter at Peck's department store. Is Stephanie home from the hospital?
Michael's picking her up. Where were you all morning?
Well, Stephanie's appendicitis got me to thinking I'm way overdue for a physical, so I went to see old Doc Winslow.
What do you say?
Nothing really. It seems he died 23 years ago. Anyway, his son, old Doc Winslow Jr., he examined me and said I was in tip-top shape.
Oh, that's terrific.
He also said I had a little cholesterol problem, but I don't know whether I believe any doctor who's barely out of his 50s.
The kids are taking over.
To be on the safe side, I should get more exercise and stop burning my candle at both ends.
George, I've never known you to burn your candle at one end.
I guess you missed last year's Hell Night at the Beaver Lodge. I was wasted, Dick.
Direct from her side-splitting week-long stint in the recovery room, Michael Harris is tickled to present Miss Stephanie. I've lost 2.5 pounds eating hospital food, Vanderkellen.
You know, Stephanie, I'm actually surprised I'm saying this, but things haven't been the same around
That's
here.
good, Dick. Are those flowers for me?
Yeah, they just arrived. They're from your friends at the Clinique counter at Peck's.
Oh. Nothing from the Estee Lauder counter?
Gee, nice bell.
It's sterling. It's a get-well gift from Michael.
I figured that while Steph is in her recoup mode, she could just ring her dinger, and two of you could drop whatever silly things you do around here and scoot to my beauty's bedside.
Isn't he thoughtful?
How long will you be recouping?
Well, the doctor said 7 to 10 days, but I plan on a good month.
You don't think 10 days is long enough?
Well, Dick, I'm fragile and petite. I'm not from hardy peasant stock like Joanna. Michael, I'm fatigued from my homecoming. To my room, please.
Steph.
Oh, I forgot.
I didn't know Joanna was from hardy peasant stock.
I never saw her pull a plow.
There. I've positioned the floribunda in descending order of lavishness, with the buku bucks bouquets within sniffing distance, dribbling down to those in the corner with dubious eye appeal.
That's lovely, Michael. But I don't see Dick and Joanna's.
I hid them under your sink.
Well, I'm ready to convalesce. Hi, Dick. Are those the magazines I requested?
Yeah, I got Vogue, Mademoiselle, Glamour, Czar, and Cosmo.
Ooh, prettier than her. Prettier than her. Than her. Than her. Michael?
Oh, prettier than her.
I do the same thing with GQ.
I went to that gourmet ice cream parlor clear over in Tyville and got a quart of hand-packed French vanilla almond.
Oh, my very favorite.
I know. That's why I didn't mind driving 46 miles on bald tires to get it.
Where's their special hot fudge sauce?
Well, I guess if I leave now, I can be back from Tyville by dark.
Here, I'll put this in the freezer, and you let me know if you need it. What is it, Steph?
Nothing. I just had this urge to exert some power.
Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl. Me and Daryl picked up a little something for you.
Oh, and it's still wet.
Funny, it wasn't when we put it in there.
I'll stick these with Dick and Joanna's flowers.
To be perfectly candid with you, Miss Stephanie, that was a replacement gift. We'd gotten you a real elegant item, but it slithered out of Daryl's grip on the way over here.
Some gifts are just meant to run free.
I hope you're putting Daryl's gift to good use.
Oh, I don't remember getting anything from you. It's not that putrid brocade pillow, is it?
No, that's from Dick and Joanna, too.
Actually, it's more from Joanna than...
So, what did Daryl give me?
Well, remember last week when you were stricken?
Yes.
And you went to the hospital?
Yes.
And you had an operation?
Yes.
Well, right now, you've got a fresh pint of Daryl's very own personal blood coursing through your veins. Cool gift, huh?
Michael, I'm not happy. Do something.
There's a large leap in logic here, Larry. Just because Daryl's a donor doesn't mean his particular plasma is pumping through Steffi's petite capillaries.
Sure it does. They're the town's only AB negatives. See, Daryl likes to drop by the hospital and visit his blood once a week. His schedule permitting. And I know he won't mind my saying that he nearly swallowed his cud when he learned that some of his own vital fluids are whizzing through Miss Stephanie's firm body.
Michael, I'm polluted. Ew.
Be brave, Steph. I'll be by your side through this horrible ordeal, even if it does make my flesh crawl.
Stephanie, you're making this much worse than it is.
I am not. My blood's not blue anymore.
Well, I'm glad our little get-well gift slithered away. Although I admit, it would have looked charming coiled around Miss Stephanie's headboard.
So, anyone for ice cream?
Nothing like a steaming bowl of oat bran, Dick.
Yum.
Is that a cheese omelet?
Yes.
Cheddar?
Swiss.
3 egg omelet or 4?
I used 4.
Cooked in butter?
Yes. But, George, if this is too hard on you, I can eat in the kitchen.
No, Dick. I don't want to put you out. As your friend, I'm happy you have a low cholesterol count and can stuff your face with anything.
Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl, and this was my other brother Daryl.
You have an 8x10 glossy of your brother?
Well, there was a time back when that Daryl had a short-lived but lucrative career in modeling.
I didn't know he was such a glamour boy.
The miracle of proper backlighting and airbrushing.
Well, where is Daryl?
He's been gone all night. We searched everywhere. Daryl even combed the local discotheques.
I didn't know Daryl was a dancer.
I knew he was a model.
Daryl tends to trip the light fandango when he's bummed. And I could tell Miss Stephanie put him in one of his dancing moods.
I'm not apologizing for guys, but, I'm sure that Miss Stephanie never meant to offend Daryl intentionally. I mean, the expression "you" can be interpreted in any number of ways.
Like how?
Well, like you, boy.
I'm appeased, but Darrell here gets the feeling that you're pulling our collective chains.
Well, believe me, guys, that is something I would never do. But I'm sure Miss Stephanie thinks of you as friends.
Well, a real friend doesn't go around hurting another friend. Come on, Darrell, let's get a move on. There's got to be somewhere we haven't searched. Good thinking, the pound.
Poor Darrell, out there somewhere alone. Who knew he'd take it this hard?
Just because he's a model doesn't mean he can't cry.
Steph, you haven't eaten since yesterday. You've got to nibble on something. Try the French toast.
I've lost all desire for food. I have the blood of a woodsman running through me.
Well, I hate to be a gloomy Gus, but if you don't get some nourishment, you're going to become anemic, and you'll need even more of Darrell's blood. Life juice. Steph! What's happening to you?
Oh, my God! It's the Darrell coming out in me!
Get a grip on yourself. Maybe you were just hungry.
No, it's a side effect. What if I start craving pre-chewed food?
I'll still love you. We'll just never dine out in public again.
Well, how's everything?
Ease up, Dick. At least you don't attack your food like some wild, demented animal. Oh, no offense, Pumpkin.
Larry and Darrell were just here without Darrell. They're a little worried about him. They haven't seen him since he ran out of here yesterday.
If you're going to keep yelling at me like this, you can just go away.
I didn't think I was raising my voice. I was just relaying some new...
He's ignoring my bell. Make him stop.
Quit tormenting her, Dick. Can't you see my cupcake is crumbling?
Darrell.
Darrell, where have you been? Your brothers have been worried about you. Oh, you've been out gathering leeches.
Michael!
Aren't they normally used in pagan bloodletting rituals?
Well, that's very thoughtful, Darrell, but I don't think Stephanie wants your blood sucked out of her by these little fellas.
Get those icky, slimy things out of my room! No, Darrell, wait! No, I don't want the bucket. Give that to Dick.
I'll just put these outside, way at the end of the driveway.
Michael, I would like to speak to Darrell alone.
You sure, Steph? He's been at the bog.
I'm sure. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to bite you. Sit down. Not that close. Thank you for the leeches. They were repulsive, but the thought was there. And I'm sorry about yesterday. I really am. I guess you thought I was pretty mean to you. Well, it wasn't on purpose. I had a lot of stuff going through my head. The thought of your blood in me, or anyone else's, made me just a little testy. Is this making any sense? Oh, it should. Okay. Maybe I wasn't thinking about your feelings. Maybe I was just thinking about myself. Nodded pretty quickly on that one. Daryl, I'm going to tell you something about myself that not even Michael knows. But I can't leave this room. There are times when I can be just the tiniest bit self-centered. No, really, it's true. And this might have been one of those times. I was rude to you, and I shouldn't have been. I guess, in a way, sort of saved my life. Maybe one day I could do something for you. You want a muffin? You have some crumbs there in the corner of your mouth. Wait. You want another one? Here, take the whole thing. Wouldn't you be happier eating those at the bog?